I was tired for the past couple of days and I got some catching up to do, so I'm going to do a ton of alliance battles. I might not win the first one because my veterans are in a defensive posture. I'm not even sure if I have the right hats. Let's see. No, they don't have the right hats. So they're in a defensive posture, but they don't have the hats. And I haven't had any gold in a week now. How the fuck about it? Wow. Fucking wow. Holy shit. What the hell is wrong with my luck? I'm having a really shitty week. Goal is to get to at least 600 points. Yeah, my hats are in an offensive posture. Let's go to the channel. Ooh, I picked up the subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. Channel is up, the stream is up, the chat is up. Let's play some guns up. Ooh, my former alliance mates. These guys, this guy's probably got a great setup and an awesome base. Screen needs to be a bit brighter. No barrels, start bringing them in. Welcome to the show, man. Drop a comment on my YouTube, I'll give you a shout out. Let's play some guns up. So this is where I want to bring in a lot of riot officers. Minutes. Wow, look at all these bombardiers. Holy smokes. And they have healing hats. They make so much noise. So I didn't bring the right mixture of veterans. So like I predicted, it's probably not a match I'm going to win. And I'm out of munitions, and let's bring them in here. That's a glitch. Thank you very much. Let's try that again. Over here. Nope. At least I don't have to wait for too long. They don't have iron lungs. Oh, come on. Alright, let's move on to the next. Let's make some vets. The Bombardier squad is... Bombardiers are ruining this game. Alright, let's go back to the article that's in front of me. Apparently Putin, the Russian president, is going to make some major concessions to the American president. A senior Kremlin official has said that Vladimir Putin is preparing to offer significant concessions to President Trump at their summit in Helsinki in the hopes of beginning to repair strained relations between Russia and the US. Chief among them, according to the official, is a discussion on Iran's role in Syria. Now, Iran is all over the Middle East. We don't really like that, especially Israel doesn't like that, since they're sworn enemies. Which is an issue that Moscow is simultaneously coordinating with Tehran, which is the capital. Putin has agreed in principle to US and Israeli demands that Iranian-backed forces in southern Syria be kept away from Israel's border, because that would be a problem. And they'll be replaced with troops loyal to the government in Damascus, Bashar al-Assad, right? Basically a Shiite government in Syria. And the Iranians are Shia as well. After studying Trump's meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, during which he announced a surprise halt to US military exercises in South Korea, Putin decided he needs to negotiate with Trump personally, the official said without elaborating. The two leaders may meet without aids as Trump and Kim did in Singapore. In advance of the summit, John Huntsman, which is the US ambassador to Russia, briefed President Trump during a one-on-one conference call Thursday, saying that Trump will go into the meeting with eyes wide open. Trump, meanwhile, has broken with Obama's policy of demanding that Syria's leader, Bashar al-Assad, be removed from power, a position reportedly formed before Russia and Iran turned the tide of the Syrian civil war in Assad's favor against US-backed rebels. More after the break. Let's go get me some vets, if it's possible, so the next Bombardier base will be easier. Let's not let's not be silly about this. I'm taking you out and you out, replacing you with either damage or health, right? It's going to be damage. And the golden fast track. I put those on the right, officer, because that's the one I'm trying to get happening. Fast track. Let's bring in some support units. Kind of want to fast track her as well. It's nice to have like a little one sergeant in there. That's good. Bring on the colonel. A medic, really? Alright. Just in case I mistakenly put something in there. None of my units need a medic. Triple rally flag damage and health. Let's go. Sentiment. Just reading ahead a bit. Nope. Just a couple of barrels, nothing's coming out. I'll bring in 2 sergeants, that's not a big deal, but the rest I'm just going to need a lot of riot officers. Get them all together right here. Need to bring in some munitions so I can get more items happening. Put them here. That's how sharpshooters take their shots. Pull them back, let them heal. Bring in 2 more. Bring a medic. Why should I bring a medic? Really? And done. That's good. And next. So the Iranian troops will go away from the border with Israel and they'll be replaced with regular army troops. And Syria, I'm just going on a tangent now, used to be called the Assyrians, and they used to have their own civil wars as well, where they would kill everybody. And yeah, the government has won out. Let's do another alliance battle. Get everything set up straight again. Rangers. Rocketeer. Machine gunner. Hang on, take this guy and put it back on the sharpshooter. I'm gonna get minimum wage, rapid deploy, and steady. The fast reload stays. Give him health, damage. Looks good. So we don't like the winner in the Syrian civil war, but at least the war is going to come to an end. Meanwhile, let's play some guns up, some fake war. I want to go here. This guy has 2 bases. I want to go bottom first, top second. Make sure these Rambos can't get at my truck. I need to kind of rush this base, so let's bring them in. Officers, I brought them in a little bit too quickly. That's okay. They did not break through. They bunker quickly. And a victory. I feel that's a victory time. Moving. Let's do another battle. If I lose, I'll go train these veterans some more. Okay. Okay, so they've broken with Obama's policy of demanding that Bashar al-Assad must be gone, which is a position reportedly formed before Russia and Iran turned the tide in the civil war in his favor against the US-backed rebels. The sentiment was backed by US National Security Advisor John Bolton, who's an asshole, who on Sunday told CBS News that Assad is no longer the strategic issue in Syria. Instead, Iran is now the focus. We'll see what happens when the two of them get together, Bolton said, who never met a regime he didn't want to change. That's right. There are possibilities for doing a larger negotiation on helping get Iranian forces out of Syria and back into Iran, which would be a significant step forward. Russia views the upcoming Trump-Putin summer as an opportunity to mend fences with the US. Relations have soured dramatically since the days Bill Clinton was hanging out at Putin's Moscow estate within hours of collecting $500,000 for a speech to a Kremlin investment bank. Good for you, Bill. In the same month, Russia assumed control over 20% of US uranium under Hillary Clinton's State Department. But that was 2010. Since then, Russia annexed Crimea in 2014 and allegedly hacked the 2016 US election, which the Kremlin has been heavily sanctioned for. Still, major questions remain over Putin's ability to actually enforce any agreement governing Iran's actions in Syria, even if he offers to stabilize the border with Israel by sending troops into the area. Let's just click through this. We'll run into a bombardier base. This is not a good idea, but let's just keep it rolling. Even if he offers to stabilize the border with Israel by sending troops into the area. This has in turn caused some in Washington and among Western allies in Europe that Trump may prematurely tout the Helsinki meeting without actually achieving real concessions, like he did in North Korea. a great deal. If they didn't keep up to their end of the bargain, that's his MO. That's how he built all his buildings. He had a lot of people do the work, and then he said, no, I don't like the work, so I'm not going to pay. Maybe you know somebody like that. Oh, Rambos and top hats. Hurrah. Those were the cops. Not coming for me, luckily. I can handle this base. This is good. Can I punch through? Not really. But I think I can make enough of a dent in this fortress. Keeping you. Come on. Ah, they're fucking around here. And my truck is in front of the sniper tower. truck is in front of a sniper tower. Let's move on. Go to the next battle. I want to get 800 alliance points before the day is over, but that probably won't happen before the game crashes. Then I'll do just, simply a new episode. So we were talking about the upcoming summit between Putin and Trump. The Russians are gonna pull the troops away from the Israeli border, so that's good. Actually, it's the Iranian troops. And we're all kind of worried that we will make a lot of concessions and then they won't honor the deal. What's this, 3,000? You 2,000? This is good. I can make this work. Glitchy game. Damage. What do you want, Biggie? What do you want? I gotta replace it with something. Let's reload, damage. A fast track? Yes, of course. Now I got it. Good to go. 3 rally flags. Damage and health. So major questions remain over Putin's ability to actually enforce any agreement governing Iran's actions in Syria, even if he sends in his own troops. Not necessary. Okay. Let them make first contact. This is not an easy base. One grunt left. I can manage that, that's not a big deal. Do one more. Let's get it together over here. And I'm out of munitions, so let's go get some munitions. Let him heal. Heal. Should be enough. What I wanted. So let's do another alliance battle. Bring in one sergeant. That's good. So to recap. Major questions remain over Putin's ability to actually enforce any agreement governing Iran's actions in Syria, even if he offers to stabilize the border with Israel by sending troops into the area. This has in turn caused some in Washington and among Western allies in Europe that Trump may prematurely say I'm a great deal maker, blah blah, in Helsinki, without actually achieving real concessions. Russia may have supplanted America as the indispensable arbiter in various Mideast conflicts, but as only so far Putin is willing to go to appease Trump when it comes to Iran, according to Andrei Kortunov, head of the Russian International Affairs Council. Trump can't force Putin to turn away from Iran. Putin is not willing to push Iran too hard, and he cannot rely on Trump. Iran has already soured to Russia after it agreed to roll back cuts to oil producers intended to boost flagging petroleum prices. Russia is also trying to salvage the Iranian nuclear deal after Trump abandoned it. While mitigating sanctions the US has imposed on Tehran, foreign ministers from Russia, France, China, Germany and the UK will discuss the issue with Iranian officials in Vienna on Friday, trying to save that nuclear deal. Meanwhile, Russian Foreign Minister said on Wednesday that he would speak with US Secretary of State, his colleague, following the summit in order to implement whatever agreements are reached. That said, he cautioned that it's absolutely not realistic to expect Iran to pull out of Syria altogether. Quote, as in any other part of the world, you would have to start by sitting down at the negotiating table, lay out your concerns, and talk about how to resolve them on a mutually acceptable basis. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu will meet with Putin in Moscow next week before the summit with Trump, the second time in as many months. Tehran is undoubtedly unhappy with this development. Well, boo-hoo. Wop wop. Bring in him. I should do this before every alliance battle. I shouldn't be so lazy. Edit him out. This is quick. Go for damage. Go for health. We're good. Yes. I only have the 2,000 cards, so let's bring the 2,000. Quote, Russia has not only stabbed Iran in the back when it comes to Syria, but also voluntarily announced its readiness with Saudi Arabia to push Iran's quota out of OPEC. So, shit, the Persians are getting mad again. Just like 300 before Christ. BC. I don't see a lot of barrels. Bring in the grunts. Sneaky bastard. Bombardiers everywhere. They're everywhere. Hey, that hunter. Bombardiers. Here we go again. Where do they not reach? Kill him. Kill him. I'll get you a comment after the match. Guys got endless clips. Doesn't need to reload. You know what? If you don't like the game, you can flip over the table. I'm good, yeah. I was really tired the past couple of days. But I'm good now, and I'm gonna catch up on these alliance battles. I'm trying to get to 800, but the game will probably crash before that happens. How about yourself? How you doing? go. Usually I wouldn't surrender, but I have so many cards I can afford it. Right. So there's a big summit coming between Trump and Putin. More after the match. Let's look for barrels. That's not too much. That's okay. I think I can bring some of you in. Another 15. Interesting. Got a cool base layout there. Guess we'll go up top. Do I rush this base? Yeah, maybe. I have a strategy to do it. Back here. Right about now would be good. What's wrong with the truck? Give them the path into the base. to get this base before the sniper tower destroys my truck. Truck. Yes. You're on rank 12? Okay, let me go check. I'm not sure we're doing too good. Oh, finally. I need one more gold to get my XP up. One more gold. Jesus. So, we're talking, there's a summit coming up between Trump and Putin. Putin's strategy is to try and find a middle ground between the conflicting interests of major players. The major players here are the US and Israel versus Iran, Syria, and Russia. In particular, he may give Israel a green light to bomb any Iranian convoy that tries to deliver weaponry to the Shia, while also allowing Iran to maintain shipments of conventional arms to its Lebanese proxy forces. So Lebanon is kind of under the influence of Iran. For Iran, the overriding goal is to maintain its influence inside Syria and keep supply lines open. Russia has an interest to bleed Iran in Syria, to weaken Iran but not to collapse Iran because it may lose the Assad regime, which it is its major card. They want Iran in check and under control, and so do we. So, these are kind of the players in the civil war in Iran and Syria. And we do not like the fact that Bashar al-Assad is still in power because he is a Nazi. He's an actual Nazi. But at least the war will come to an end. Let's go see rank 13. Man, I hope you get into the top 10. I really do. I like being in the top 10. I'm not sure we are at the moment. But we did not get go all out command from leadership. Which is good. I still want to be legendary. That's pretty easy. Getting into the top 10 is not easy. We barely made it last time. And before that we became number 2. Number 1 was something called Lord. They for some reason got banned, so I'm going to count that as a win. Thank you. I'm going to keep playing. Ah, Lord is back. Wow. We are number 8. And I think... Are you now number 12, or are you in the China clan? What alliance are you in? Ah, I've been promoted to lieutenant. Let's have a look at if I am the last lieutenant, probably. And where do I want to... Oh, no. Okay. Zzz. Okay. I'll check again. Oh, there you are. Okay, maybe they didn't update yet. But you can easily get into 13, 14. Getting into the top 10 is a bit harder. It gets Let's see, if we want to get the immortals, we're going to need a lot. 500. We can do this. We can do this. Let's look at my former alliance called Alliance. They're doing pretty good. Pretty sure Bobo's happy with that. And it's important to keep having fun and keep doing these battles. But yeah, you're almost in the top 10. That's a good thing, man. That's what I would be aiming for. I'm thinking of starting my own alliance. I would call it Kravens KIA. And the goal would be to always be in the top 100. My favorite loadout is tactical boots in there. And I have steady on the Riot, the Rocketeer, and the Grunt. That's good against bombardiers because it decreases the stagger significantly. Actually enough to go kill him. Let's go, let's do another one. Don't have a lot of riots, but it'll have to do. That's quite a lot of barrels. Let's just trickle them in for now. I got 10 minutes to do this. My biggest problem is patience. I don't have it. You would think always try to get topside. Topside is the best way to do it. I can get through here. Yeah. Now I'll start bringing him in. Let's take it easy. I like the little skulls. When a poison barrel blows up, there's a little skull made of smoke, of poison, a poison skull. Pretty good. This shouldn't be a big problem. Just bring him in. Big unit. Because I don't want him to fill up these sandbags with snipers. We should have put a rapid deploy on those guys. Let's see if he's got iron lungs. No iron lungs. Very bad. Not going to target that mortar. Not enough strength there. That mortar would have fallen before all the walls would have gotten taken care of. And it should be an easy 20-30 points for the big red one. Pretty happy, man, because 3 seasons ago I got kicked out of the alliance called Alliance because I keep my own hours. I don't attack immediately. I like to sleep first. Luckily they had a spot open in the other alliance, so with this new strategy where I use an offensive loadout of riots, I'm pretty confident I can keep my lieutenant status. Actually, my lieutenant status is pretty safe because I've been with them for 3 seasons now. But I just want to make absolutely sure that I'm not the last lieutenant. Give me some gold. Give me gold. I've only had... What's it? I've only had munitions for the past week in my rations. This is... I don't know, maybe it's karma. Karma's catching up with me. I've had some bad luck. Let's take a 10-second break. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know, maybe is there a sale? I really want these boosts now. Nope. Let's just hope I get some gold in the battles. Or maybe I'll just buy, yeah. I'm not gonna go for luck anymore, I'm just gonna buy 2 of those. What, buffets? Okay, buffets are okay, I can do another battle. Bring some ammo, a rally flag. If the rally flag doesn't drop in, then I'm usually a bit in trouble. Do some quick vape. Okay, ultimate XP boost. Yeah, I'd like that as well. No barrels, so let's bring them in. Wow, nice base. Try something else. Over here. Over here. Everybody over here. Get him, boys. Yes. Instead of going through the walls, I use these focus fires to focus my riot fire on the bombardiers. Get them all together again. Great. Might want to use that on that last bombardier. That might have been a mistake. Pointless. But look, they have a lot of stagger resistance. They don't stagger anymore. And the tear gas actually kills the bombardiers. So, chalk up another win for the Kravens. Like a hot knife through butter. I even have some silver riot officers. This is good. Wow, 223,000 XP. Yeah, I should get some XP here. Let's see. Ah. Nah, not so much. Gold. If it gives me gold now, I would shit myself. Like, ah. You are gone. No. You're gone. You're gone. I'm going to trade some new vets. And after that, I'll do another alliance battle. Let's do another article. So, Elon Musk is making these electric cars, but he's having some problems with money, and he's losing executives, like managers, he's losing them. So, we've been following Tesla because we think it's a structurally unprofitable business nearing a cash crunch as hundreds of competing products are about to enter the market. As we studied this more closely, we come to realize that Elon Musk appears to be running a Ponzi scheme disguised as an auto manufacturer, where he has to keep unveiling new products, many of which will never come to market, in order to raise capital to keep the scheme alive. The question has always been, when will Tesla collapse? Part of the research, I'll just give you the short version. There was another company called Theranos. That's the story of how this chick created Theranos, and then it lurched between publicity and events in order to raise capital and keep the fraud going, despite the fact that the technology did not work. The key lesson is, determining when a fraud will explode is that there will always be idiots willing to put fresh money into a well-marketed fraud. Most senior employees actually knew that something wasn't quite right, but feared losing their jobs or getting sued if they said anything about it. Therefore, employee turnover was off the chart, but no one was willing to risk their career by saying anything publicly. However, when Theranos started risking customers' lives, the secret got out pretty fast. This is because most people are inherently ethical, especially when they know that their employer is doing something immoral. Other whistleblowers felt emboldened to step forward and contact the first journalists since they want their story told. So, is Elon Musk running a Ponzi scheme? A pyramid scheme? Let's see if I can make some more vets. I'm afraid it's you, poor bastard. So I'm doing this to give myself the maximum chance of winning these battles. And no, it's not very nice to attack these kinds of weak opponents. And people keep asking me why. Well, it's because they are there, because they exist, and if you're in a hurry, it's a good thing to do. Damage. Any damage? Okay. Put all that good stuff on the right and end up with a lot of riot officers and maybe a couple of sharpshooters. Damage, fast track, and health. So that's a quick turnaround. I don't really care about the medic, but he's there for the sergeant, the grunt, and the colonel. I would like another sergeant. Sergeants are always good to have one in your loadout. This I do not need. Actually, yeah, give me like 1,000 so I can put a couple more riot officers in there quickly. I'll lose one flag, but I'll usually get another one dropping in. So, taking out bombardier bases, it takes a lot of effort and a lot of preparation. And this is part of the preparation. Is a sergeant better than a medic? Yes. Because a sergeant gives everybody 15% more damage and accuracy, whereas a medic can be replaced with healing hats. If you give all your units a healing hat, you don't need medics. So bring in one medic and start bringing in everything but grunts. Usually I like to put a couple grunts up front, but I just want to get the riot and the sharpshooter to do as much damage as they can. I'll bring 2 sergeants though, and since I put a little money in, I'll bring in 2 colonels, and the rest I'll just start spamming these riot officers. Another sharpshooter is good because without sharpshooters these riots have almost no firepower. And another, and another. Bring him in. I can do 2 more riot officers, so let's do that. I can even bring in one of you. I just did a quick calculation, and this will give me 408. Here we go. Surgeon. Oh, a surgeon. I don't know. I've never had a surgeon. My gut feeling would be I'd still like a sergeant better. Because once a surgeon gets in front of the troops, he's useless. Maybe I'm just jealous that I don't have one. I don't know. Let's pull them way back and allow the base to fill up a couple more units. There's just not enough meat on the bone here. I need more meat on the bone. That's okay, don't be sorry. I didn't read it properly, so... And I ran out of... So I might want to hold back these sharpshooters a bit. Yes, I just got bone troops. It happened. There you go. Fast track it in the back. The riot. have the sharpshooters focused on the wall instead. And I'll be ready to do another alliance battle. Let's start bringing in the grunts as fast as I can. All of these guys as fast as I can. Anything? Yes, alright. Anything for a little bit more XP. Gone. Do it. That's 6. I need at least, yeah, 7, 8, yeah. I'll bring in a kernel. So this is my loadout for in case I run into a bombardier base. Let's go again. Time. Yeah. Tesla. I don't know. Not a very interesting article. Germany is decapitating the freedom of the press. Okay. Germany is still under martial law. Not a lot of people know this. Switch him out again. I just put that medic in there so I don't accidentally spawn any rangers. No, let's take it away from him and then put him on the sharpshooter. That's a better order to do it. I need money. Rapid deployment. Put him back on the sharpshooter and we're in business. I should really swap this out with Ranger. Health and damage. Swap them out. Come on, let's do it. Oh, damn. Because there are more Rangers on the field. Just take it out. Take it away. I like my OP Rangers with the Bloodthirst perk. Might make a little bit of difference here. Because I have more Rangers in game at any time than I have sharpshooters. And I really like the OP Rangers. It's not a big difference, but it might be the crucial difference. Here we go. So I'll have to swap them next time from the Ranger to the Riot. Bring some ammo, a rally flag, 2 focus fires, and tactical boots. Together with the steady perk, they make for good stagger resistance, which is the only way you can get at these bombardiers. Your troops can't fire if they're staggering. It's too bad you cannot recon these alliance battles. I hope the game doesn't crash. After this I'll rebroadcast. I'll be away for like 30 seconds. Just don't crash in the next 11 minutes. I'll be happy. Those are some barrels. Bring in a few more troops. Another 5. Then Another 10. Then another 10. And then the final 10. And then you start bringing your ride off. All the while trying to keep your unit cap at 45 to 40. Now I can look at the base, sniper base. If I go up top, I got a good chance of taking it out. I have to defeat this outgoing wave before I can do anything else. Thank you. It's a harder base, maybe. Good layout. I bet it is. Just punch here first. Bring it a little closer. Then you can overshoot your target all the way over here. Smell a victory. Keep spamming that button. Yeah, that was a good game. You I'm keeping. You're gone. That's good. I can do another battle. I'm a bit worried that the game will crash now. So I'll be back in 30 seconds.